Is everybody excited to be here? Yeah? Are you excited? How excited are you on a scale 1 to 10? You specifically. 9 1/4, nice. Getting into fractions, nice. 9 1/4, that's pretty good. That's very excited, but not totally excited. What drives me crazy is when I ask people that and they say 11, like they're like, I'm more excited than I can even be excited. But I like to pretend like they don't know where 11 falls in the order of numbers. And they're just that stupid. 9 1/4, that's a good, yeah, that's good. Good answer. Almost totally excited, a little bit reserved. I might go to the bathroom in any minute. At any time though. I fly a lot, this is something that drives me insane. I fly a lot, and on almost every flight now, the flight attendants will say that we have an extremely full flight, which makes no fucking sense at all, because full denotes maximum capacity. A full flight means every seat's filled. So extremely full, are we like sitting on each other's laps or something? Are you gonna like deploy the air slides and we'll like hold on to the loops when you take off, or people are down in the cargo compartment? Like that's full. That's full enough. I fly a lot and I don't mind it, but a lot of my friends, they complain about having to go through airport security because that's the hardest part of their day because they lead luxury lifestyles. That 15 minutes is like so hard for them. Like, that's bullshit, dude. You gotta take off your shoes. It's fucking ridiculous. Yeah, how fucking lazy are you? You already do it once a day. This is 2 times. This is 2 times. It's gonna add 10 seconds to your travel. I know, it's hard. Like, did you go flying in 24-hole hiking boots? Are you that terrible at planning a trip? Did somebody surprise you with a flight the day you're wearing like thigh-high rubber boots? Or you're like, oh, I forgot I was flying today. I'm wearing a wetsuit. This is gonna take forever. This is ridiculous. People hate going through that body scanner too. I have friends that won't even go through it. They demand like a separate pat down. They won't go through the x-ray machine. Like, you gotta stand in that machine and sees you naked. Okay, first of all, the machine wasn't invented to see you naked. It was just invented to find dangerous shit. You being naked is like an unfortunate side effect of what that machine does. If they could have invented that machine to find dangerous shit and somehow superimpose undies on you, that's what they would have done, definitely. I fly a lot. I don't know if you guys have seen the physique of the average American traveler. Probably not a treat to spend 8 hours a day just looking at these sullen, corpulent bodies. Just like, this is fucking ridiculous. Fuck yourself, just crushed junk after crushed junk. Ugh, disgusting. I was thinking, if they wanted people to go through those machines, no problem. They should have the machine catcall you afterward. Like, you go through and it's like, you'd be like, thanks. I think only dudes would be into that, because they're gonna be like, oh, this fucking bullshit again? Women would hate it, but guys would be like, hey, I look okay. I thought I looked like a schmo. For women, they'd have to have something just like a catty voice saying like, I hate that bitch. And then be like, yeah, this is great. This is all right. This is all right now. Good news, Denver, crime is over. Crime in Denver is over. Give yourselves a round of applause if you had anything to do with that. No more crime in Denver. Some people did applaud that, which is kind of weird. It's over. And you're like, how do you know that it's over? It's because they're giving out speeding tickets in the Washington Park bike loop. So all other crime has to be over, right? It's all the other crime must be over. Speeding tickets on the Wash Park bike loop, where only bikes and people with jogger strollers are. Now it's enforced. They give you a ticket. Such magical horseshit that would ever be a problem. And it's not like a photo radar van. That would make sense. Or like a photo radar rickshaw or something. I don't know. You wouldn't want to waste a whole van on bikes. Like a photo radar smart car or something. But yeah, they just enforced it in person. So now, don't go too fast. They're pulling over like, clock should go in 19 and a 15. I don't know where you had to be so fast. I'm trying to fucking exercise is what I'm doing. And now that's a crime to push myself. So I'll have to, and I don't have a speedometer on my bike. How do I know what 15, like my hair flaps a certain amount? I'm like, oh no, I'm going too fast. I better scale it back. Oh, so ridiculous. Anyway, you know you're killing when you hear every ice tumble. It's nice to take a break from the clipboards on 6th Street Mall. Isn't the worst thing? The problem with the clipboard people is that it's always great causes. That's the worst thing about it. It's like, hey, got a second for like homeless gay teens? Probably, but not right now. Like, hey, got a second for the environment? Fuck. Like, there's no great response to get out. Like, the environment killed my whole family. And then you just walk off. You're just fucked. And it's always the worst one. It's always when I'm getting a fucking reindeer sausage for like $8.50 when they catch me. Like, no, sorry, I don't have any money. I only have $8.50 for an artisanal hot dog. That's all. I'm on a very tight budget. It's just the basics, like artisanal reindeer sausages. That's it for me. Everything else, rice and beans, and then these fancy hot dogs. Or Whole Foods. They like to hang out outside Whole Foods. No, that's just unfair. Everyone going into Whole Foods definitely has fucking the time and the money to help out the clipboard person. Like, no, sorry, I'm in a rush to pay too much for regular food. Sorry, I gotta get in here. Sorry, I can't help you out with that. Anyway, and I'll just keep laughing and I'll get a drink. Yep. Oh, last time I was on 6th Street Mall, I saw the worst Christian t-shirt I've ever seen in my life. And I've seen a lot of them growing up as a Christian and owning a bunch. But this one by far the worst I've ever seen. A woman was wearing it, and it was on the back of the t-shirt, and in big letters it said, "Serve your purpose on your knees." And that's all it said. That's all it said. I'm like, there's definitely space on there to add "by praying." Definitely space for that crucial information on there. And it's on the back, so it's just like she's just walking through life being laughed at. It's not like on the front, she could be like, no, it doesn't mean that. No, let me explain it. It's on the back, so everyone's just like, oh my God, she just this traveling joke, just walking around town. Ugh. Instead of a kick me sign, I should just slap a "by praying" sign on her and be like, thanks, you're welcome. You got it. Fix that for you. I bought a flask this year. Sorry, I'm distracted by this pedal because it has words on it, and I'm not easily distracted by words and lights. Sorry. Nobody drop a nickel up here. We're all fucked. Yeah, I bought a flask this year. That's one of the perks of getting divorced. You can drink as much as you want, and nobody will ever call you on it again for the rest of your life. Like, yeah, well, he's divorced. That's just what divorced people do. That's their main activity, drinking shitloads. I bought a flask, and the weird thing about a flask is that everybody's just cool with a flask. Like, if you're in a group of friends and you pull out a flask, they're like, hey, what do you got there? What's in there? Oh, bourbon? Give me a sip of that. Yeah, tasty. You can just pass it around. Nobody's got a problem at all. You pull out like a plastic half pint of Jim Beam. It's like, yeah, what the fuck is wrong with you? Get it together. Where'd that come from? Your sock, dude? Come on. No, it's cool. This one's metal and I keep filling it up over and over again. I'm classy that way. There's a word that some restaurants, and they might use it here on the menu, but they use it to try to class up the food. And the word is hand, and the context would be like hand-battered chicken breast, or like hand-cut fries. And whenever I see that on a menu, all I can think is, fucking gross. Isn't there like a stainless steel robot that can batter my chicken breast or something? I'm not sure who you're trying to appeal to. Wait. Has somebody's hands been on this? Yes, it's been fondled extensively. Okay, I'll pay a little extra for that. That's what people seem to... Who cut these fries? Was this, did they use their knees or their feet or what? Their hand. I think we can all infer that anytime fries have been cut, there was probably a hand involved. You don't have to put that on the menu. I'm just gonna guess on that. Some hand-dipped shakes. Yeah, again, how else are you getting the fucking ice cream into the machine? You have like a catapult or something with like a mouse on a little exercise wheel? I would rather have that, actually, also. I have a 4-year-old daughter who just recently got to have popcorn. A lot of people give little kids popcorn, looks like a fun snack. Big choking hazard, that's a free PSA. She just got the pediatrician's okay to have popcorn, so she's in popcorn heaven. But the pediatrician told us the rule for popcorn is kids shouldn't have popcorn until they can spell it. Which begs the question, how many baby geniuses are we losing every year to this rule? This is horrible. Ugh, that's a depressing spelling joke. Anyway. I hang out with my daughter all day. She's great. She's 4, she has the most positive outlook of anybody I've ever met in my entire life. Maybe that's just the way all 4-year-olds are. This is my first time ever spending time with one. But her outlook on life is amazing. Like, I have friends who are like, oh, I'm an optimist, like, I'm kind of a glasses half full person. No, not like my daughter is at all. Case in point, I took her into a restaurant's public restroom once, just another treat of being a single dad, taking an innocent 4-year-old girl into some of the most unimaginable hellscapes on earth. Thanks, guys. Thanks for keeping that up for us. Just hose it down, just side to side. That's some of these public restrooms. I can only imagine guys pissed that way. Like, yeah, this is how I pee. It's so disgusting. Or like a rain bird, like that would be the only explanation for how gross some restrooms get. So we go into this restroom and we encounter a stall that, to put it kindly, has been like upholstered in shit. It is so disgusting. And I'm like, oh God. And my daughter looks at it and then she turns to me and she goes, whoa, did somebody throw a chocolate cake in there? I was like, what? That's your first guess? I've never been so jealous of anyone in my life. That's the first thing that comes into your head when you see this horror scene? Chocolate cake. But then as an adult, I have the ability to even run that scenario. And I'm sad to tell you other adults, there's no good reason a chocolate cake would ever be in a toilet. Like, how does that happen? Like, hey, you want your cake? Eat it out of the fucking toilet! Like, best case scenario would be like, hey, guys, turns out there was poison in the cake. Don't worry, I already threw it in the toilet. All taken care of. That would be like the best case scenario for that. And so I was like, no, it's not. It's not at all. And she goes, oh, is it diarrhea? Whoa, back up. You know what diarrhea is, and you're still guessing chocolate cake. You're like, odds are it isn't, but I'm kind of an optimist. There could be somebody prancing from public restroom to public restroom, just throwing chocolate cakes in there. I'm kind of an optimist. That's going to do it for my joke portion of the evening, everybody. We got a great show for you. Thank you very much. Thank you. Before we kick it off, how about a really enthusiastic round of applause for your bartenders and servers?